And welcome back to Getting Work, ladies and gentlemen. It's your boy Jarrett. I'm hanging out here with my boy Ian. And what are we talking about in this video, dude?
The Brooklyn Four, is that what we're calling it?
The
It is put up or shut up time.
It
is
put up or shut up. Hold up. The Brooklyn Fours, I'm calling them, even though one of them doesn't actually play for Brooklyn right now.
Sure.
But they're intrinsically tied into Brooklyn, and it seems to be where a lot of their worst personalities have come to bear. So
first off, who are we calling the Brooklyn Four? I was going to say,
the Brooklyn Four. So obviously, the first two names that are going to come to mind are Kevin Durant and Kyrie Irving. Also,
Kyrie.
Someone that we just talked about in a previous video very recently, if you haven't watched that one Mr. Ben Simmons.
Benjamin.
And then someone who just recently left Brooklyn so that Mr. Simmons can come into Brooklyn, one Mr. James Harden. I got a lot of problems with these people. I got a lot of problems with these people. I'm airing the grievances. I don't even know where to start other than to say that, other than just get into it.
Sure.
I think it's so weird because they each individually have their own weird problems.
Story. Their own story in itself, yeah.
So let's start with Ben Simmons, because we just talked about him a couple of days ago. From our perspective, on a video, we're talking about hot take whether Ben Simmons should play center in the NBA for the Brooklyn Nets, at least in part, right?
Special lineups, that type of thing. Sure.
Well, yeah. I mean, well, again, and if you guys didn't watch that video, I won't completely spoil it for you. But if you look at the way the Brooklyn Nets are constituted, they have a lot of great 3-point shooters on the team. Probably right now, outside of the Golden State Warriors, one of the best 3-point shooting teams, especially potentially in the NBA. Also, when you look at depth,
sure,
they have good 3-point shooting from their depth. Ben Simmons also being statistically one of the better playmakers for 3-point shooters in the NBA. His percentage rate of assists, like passing, his actual passes to the 3-point shooter and having it actually made and actually then counting as an assist is one of the highest in the league. So it makes sense for him to be more of like a 4-out, 1-in, and actually let him, play like a 6'11", 240-pound guy. Watch the video. We'll go into more depth about all the reasons and everything, but that's the gist of it. Okay, fair enough. Now, that video talked about trying to figure out a way to fix the Ben Simmons problem.
Notice you said problem. He's a star player,
dude. And this is where it's put up or shut up.
Right.
Because if he really truly wants to be considered a star player moving forward, he's got to fix the crap between his ears. He has got to get over himself. He's got to figure out. It was kind of similar to the part one of this put up or shut up, which you can also catch for us when we were catching our channel, where we were talking about Mr. Russell Westbrook, someone else who needs to just get over the crap between his ears, because that's where it is. That's where it is.
It's not on the court. It's not ability.
No, especially with Ben.
But Ben is the antithesis of that.
Ben Simmons has got to be the scaredest 6'11", 240-pound man on the planet. This guy, you want to talk about just raw talent and potential. Here you've got this guy. Yeah, 6'11", 240 pounds plus. When he came into the league, he was like 6'10", 230. He was already so much bigger than anybody else playing on the perimeter, maybe outside of Kevin Durant, because this was before the Greek Freak came into the league. You're talking about someone who really could dominate from a sense of being able to, from playing the point guard position. And again, I think ideally, sure, he should be able to play the point guard position. He has every other skill set that you would want out of a point guard, except for the ability to shoot the damn ball.
And even it's not being a bad shooter. Pat Bev isn't a good shooter.
No.
It's not being a bad shooter. That's not his biggest issue. His biggest issue is it's a difference between a team knowing you can't make the shot and the team knowing you're not going to even take it.
You're not going to do it, period.
Yeah, those are like really different things. And they sound similar, like, well, if I know he's going to miss the shot. Well, yeah, but he might make it. Like,
exactly.
He might make it.
And if he goes off, if he has like one of those nights where he's a rhythm shooter, off,
yeah. But
it might be one of those things where it's like, oh, crap, I made it.
Yeah. But he won't take it.
Yeah.
And I say that it in this phrase, scared to take it, because that's what it is at this point. This isn't, oh, I missed a couple, I need to, pass the ball around. No.
And here's the other thing too. I mean, how many times people may, like, even if like if your form is all crotcheted up, yeah, people are going to make fun of you. But it's like, well, one, again, forget about how effective you are at it. Are you actually taking the damn shot? And there's footage of Kyrie just kind of egging him on, saying, "Hey, dude, take the shot,
Kyrie
dude.
Kyrie is the voice of reason. We have a problem.
We're going to talk about him. We're going to talk about him too.
Kyrie is the voice of reason. That's like, come on, man, we can do this.
Yeah,
we got you. There is major issues.
But that's ultimately really where it boils down to for me and Ben Simmons. And this, like I said, this isn't hot take video.
No,
this is just this is the put up or shut up time.
Yeah,
and
it's time.
Ben,
we've heard about all the ability. We've heard about the issues that you may have had. We've heard every excuse in the book, and that is what they are at this point, because you haven't improved. You just leaned on them as a crutch.
He's making how much money?
Yeah. And because you make a lot of money doesn't mean you're a star. But unfortunately you get treated like one. And at one time
you got to continue to earn that paycheck. We've seen it time and time again in sports where the guy gets the payday and then it just right? And it's basically kind of a delayed bust is really what it boils down to. Okay, fine. Sure. You didn't bust out the first year or two. Okay. Right. You waited till you got paid. Your rookie
contract. Yeah.
You waited till you got paid, then you were a bust. Right?
Uh-huh.
And that's the thing, is like Ben isn't, at least as of right now. And it's the other thing, because I think this is getting to real like decision point time here in terms of really what it means for your career. Because again, he has every other skill set that you would want other than shooting at all.
And it's not 3-point shooting. It's not like he's a 20% 3-point shooter.
It's any kind of shot.
He won't He won't look toward the back. He won't be aggressive. That's the story that came out today. Well, he is scared to be too aggressive inside because he's scared to get fouled.
Right, because he's not good on the free throw line.
What do you want to quote for? Like, what do you honestly at that point?
And that's the thing.
Okay, you're not a 3-point shooter. Fine, go inside, drive, whatever you got to do. That fine. People can work around not being a good shooter. Muggsy Bogues wasn't a good shooter. He was all 5 foot nothing, and he found a way to work it out in the NBA. It's you can find ways to work around that, but you won't take a shot.
Yeah.
You're being less aggressive because you're afraid somebody might foul you and you might have to go to the free throw line.
It's really the one carnal sin in sports.
Yeah.
You know,
miss.
Fair enough.
You got to try.
Fair or not, right or wrong, athletes can get away with a lot.
Yeah.
You know that they're giving it their all on the court, on the field, on the diamond, whatever it is.
Yes.
Again, I'm not arguing whether like the moral ramifications of that.
Sure.
That's a whole different discussion. But you know, you have players out there, and especially if you do it at a top level, which again, everything else that Ben does, you would think that he would be able to do it at least good enough to where then it's like, you know what, the rest of your skill set makes up for
this being your weakest part.
That you're not being necessarily efficient or good at it, but you're at least doing it. And again, the other thing too is that because of that shooting, him not wanting to be aggressive in the paint, then again, like why? Because
what do you do?
Your passing isn't necessarily going to make up for it because the defense is going to figure out how to completely zero you on the floor.
To the basket.
Yeah,
just let him go inside. No big deal. He ain't gonna shoot it anyhow.
Well, there's that, but at least not be aggressive because I mean, I don't know. I'm old school. I can have people on the team that have nothing to do but use 6 fouls effectively.
Yeah, absolutely. Not a problem.
That's the only reason why they're there. At least for that game going against this team is like, you know what I need you to do? I need you to foul him one good time.
Yeah. We won't have to worry about him the rest of the game.
Probably not, but you got 5 more to work. You got 5 more to go, buddy.
Right? Yeah.
You foul out tonight. I'm buying you dinner.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm sorry, but that I mean, again, that's how I would. I know, but I'm saying But at the very least, he would be going inside to do it. But again, that's all it would take. It would take 1, maybe 2 good fouls on him. Maybe. I'm not counting on buying that guy dinner.
No.
But I'm saying he has 6 fouls.
You won't get to.
You foul out. You foul out all 6 on Ben Simmons.
That should count, right?
You foul out all on Ben Simmons tonight. I'm buying you dinner, buddy.
Yeah.
And again, hey, call me a bad coach. Call me like kind of playing a little dirty here.
But not. Yeah, you're not saying take his knees out when he's going up. Just pop him one good time.
Yeah, just one good little nudge.
Yeah.
Just some of the some tic tac thing that the refs are going to call.
Absolutely.
Put him on the line.
Put him on the line is the key. He has to be considering shooting at the time. See, that's going to be the reason that he really won't foul out. That person won't foul out. Because
and it's going to mess up his head for the entire
hard to get the
everything
foul
else
on him while shooting because he has to hit that motion and everything. When I heard that he's also not taking he's not being aggressive.
Yeah,
you were saying earlier that athletes. It's not even athletes. If you have a star salesman that's bad at paperwork, but they can sell their butts off out there.
I mean, I know plenty of salesmen.
Yeah.
Who, outside of every other metric, other than the fact that they are good at sales, should not be employed anywhere.
Right. But boy, their sales numbers. So you got Kyle Korver. Kyle Korver was a shooter. He should never do almost anything else on a basketball court.
Fair enough.
But he can shoot. Put him out there. Yeah, like you have to have something.
And
aggression is the easiest one of all of them.
Cold shooter Not just that he was a shooter. He was an ice cold shooter.
Yes.
Like, dude didn't care.
Yeah.
Like if it's like you kick the ball out to me, I don't care whatever the hell is going on. I'm shooting
and
that
going
damn
up
thing.
at a good clip, not a chucker. He wasn't a chucker.
No.
He was going up at a 45, almost 50%.
But still, in a weird way, I would drop 8% off of his percentage and accept that better than what Ben Simmons is doing right now. You know what I'm saying?
You can't have a guy on the court that is not hustling.
No.
That is not showing the aggression going to the basket. You can't shoot, fine, drive to the basket. Well, I might get fouled. Okay.
Yeah.
If nothing else, let's say you miss every free throw you attempt. If nothing else, you're putting the other team in foul trouble, which helps your team.
Exactly.
Like there are pluses to just being
There's just the dynamics of the team.
I don't care if you granny shot it and do the old Pistol Pete, flip it from under, from your knees.
Cartwright didn't give a crap.
No, he had that. Oh, goodness. I mean, Lonzo. Recently.
Okay, let's a joke on Cartwright. The Cartwright could be at home with free throws in Chicago and Illinois, and his hands would be over in the Indiana zip code.
He was right-handed and started his shot from the left side.
I mean, pick on another.
Look at a clip of Bill Cartwright from the Chicago Bulls, or the Knicks. He played the Knicks too.
Pick on another Bulls center. Not that I'm trying to pick on the Bulls, but your boy Noah.
Man, he had the tornado. That was his shot. That tornado shot, man. It weirdly went in. It went in better
but you know
than
what?
Ben Simmons' shot does.
Again,
but anyhow, you have to take. There are certain spots.
They're taking the shot
just from playing.
Those guys knew damn well.
When the ball moves around, you know the spot where
those guys knew damn well that they were going to get made fun of. They knew damn well that people were going to give them shit for shooting like that, but they still did.
You shoot it. You put the shot up because a shot is supposed to come here. Shaq
O'Neal.
Yeah.
The whole hack a Shaq thing, fine. You know what? No, he's not gonna be making free throws. That's not where I made my money.
And that's okay. I mean, it would have been nice, somebody
would have been better if he did
once or twice. But maybe in the summertime, just swing through a gym, shoot some free throws. Maybe.
And that's where you're talking about the whole thing about the videos that you see him on Instagram where you see him shooting up against nobody, making shots. Okay, I don't care, man. You got a lot of guys just hanging out in the gym that can shoot shots all day long with nobody on them.
Yeah, that's not a big deal. Practically any NBA player ever.
And he's so good at so many other things that, again, he only needs to do enough to make the defense honest. Do enough.
Is it just you need to get over yourself? Is this the social media? Is this the me and you being too old to understand just how fragile his ego is?
Well, and
I said it that way intentionally.
So you know me, I'm always thinking more like a coach, and probably more like an old school coach, to be honest with you. But what did we talk about in the last video? The Lakers coach talking about, I can't have a player all up in his feelings. Now, the Lakers coach needs, again, you talk about put up or shut up. He needs to actually like own up to that. But that would be, and I said it in this video, that's something that you say after you've already benched a dude.
Yeah.
And my big thing is that, you have,
in a weird way. Sorry, go ahead. I was gonna say, in a weird way, this is the exact. I believe that philosophy of benching a dude is the exact opposite of what needs to happen with Ben Simmons. He's already shown he's good sitting on the bench. He will find every colorful shirt that he can find, and he will sit happily on that bench. Right. He's done it for about 2 years now. I say it's the other way around. You're like, no, you're going to be out there, and you're going to shoot. So help me.
That's the other. I had that thought. Basically, the other thing that I was going to do, and I've seen this playing sports, where basically it was going to be. And the thing is, you know what? Here's the thing. I would have had contingencies on his contract.
Oh, sure.
Guess what, buddy? You're taking a certain number of shots a game.
Now that gets into you can't put certain things in and I don't know what you can and can't.
I know.
But there's that player.
But now there's enough. But I mean, I'm sorry, but any player union worth their damn salt, I'm asking the guy to do his damn job.
You're saying that he shouldn't take shots?
Our team. Anybody? This is where the GM needs to step in or something like that. If it's not the coach, it's GM. If it's not the GM, it's the owner. Basically saying, listen, this guy is getting paid however many millions of dollars a year, and we're asking him to take 8 shots a game.
I think
not even 3-pointers, not even just
any shot.
Like really, right
we'll
now,
include free throws. Yeah.
Well, I mean, no, I would say maybe okay, out of those 8, I want to see 3 of them from mid range. I'm going to give you 5 attempts at the basket, which you've already shown you can do historically. I'm asking
You're 6'11",
for 3.
You should be able to dunk. Is that still a possibility?
I'm asking for 3 mid-range shots, and you know what? If those also include if you actually post some dude up and do a turnaround and 1 foot's outside of the paint, good, son. I'm good.
That's a good shot.
I'm good. That counts to your 3, which means you still have 5 other shots. Just and here's it's something, and it's I would find every loophole I could find, everything I could possibly do to be fine. If I say if you're not doing this, can I fine your ass? Okay.
Yeah.
Can I?
There's certain things you can't.
What are the limits?
I don't know if that would be. I'll tell you because you're going that you're close to a road that I'm thinking about. This is even more reason why Ben needs to put up or shut up. If it was just him, if it was just affecting him or just his team, that's bad enough in its own right. All of this is bad enough. But the fact is this. There's a collective bargaining agreement coming up pretty soon.
Right.
I'm an owner. Let's say I'm an owner. First off, that'd be awesome. Of the Bulls. But I'm an owner.
Hit me up for the hot tub off the yacht, brother.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, definitely. Everybody drops a comment. Also, you're invited. Yeah, so I'm an owner. I've looked around. I've watched KD since we'll stay in Brooklyn. Honestly, all of the problems I have, I could sum up with Brooklyn.
Oh, that's why we're talking about
the Brooklyn Four.
That's why we're talking about them.
Kyrie, Mr. Crazy Flat Earth guy. Okay, sure. Then we got him, who sometimes I want to play, sometimes I want to back, sometimes I don't. What day is it? I'll lean. The Earth is flat, etc. You got him. You got KD. Just I want out of my contract. Oh, okay. When does your contract end? Oh, in 4 years from now, because you just signed a new deal. Yeah, we don't. Why are we talking? And then Ben Simmons, who I can't take a jump shot because, my head.
Feelings.
So my feelings and whatnot. Now, I'm not making fun of anything that's real, but I don't believe in any of what he says. So that's just my opinion.
And I think the evidence bears out.
Yeah, you can tell the difference. And this is
something else.
Yeah. This makes all of those that actually have a real problem get lumped in with this nonsense. So
you're right. And again, I think it really does. I think this bears out again because I think you've made a really good transition here because we kind of talk about the rest of the other 2 on Brooklyn right now.
Yeah. Well, let me finish while you
finish your thought there, because I think this is a good transition.
As an owner, Ben doing all of this stuff I will remember it, because owners don't forget this stuff.
Oh no,
this is what collective bargaining is.
Exactly.
And that's coming up. Is it next year? I think soon.
So.
It's very soon.
Yes.
And these types of things, like we just talked about, well, I want to put this in the contract, but then I was like, I don't know if you can. Oh, well, then we'll collective bargain that junk in, because I'm not going to do this again.
No,
I'm going to hang on.
We're not going to have some fool.
I'm using Ben Simmons as an example of the entire league, for the entire NBA Players Association. I'm now, as an owner, using this against you come time to negotiate all of these things that I could put into a contract. And you'll go, the players union will say, well, no, we would never allow that. Yeah, but because our guys would never do that. Yeah, well, look, I have Exhibit A, Exhibit B, that. So you're giving the owners
for the bargaining, the negotiations and the bargaining to effectively work. Both sides needs to operate in good faith.
Right.
And I think that's the point you're trying to make there. It's that you need to be able to show that I'm sorry if you want me to have a star player demanding star money, unless you're Dennis Rodman,
that I can't get out of. This isn't the NFL.
Well, that's the other thing too, right? Exactly.
I can't just cut your, because I feel like you're an idiot. Okay,
exactly.
These are guaranteed contracts.
If I'm stuck in this, so are you. And if really ultimately I need assurances of some form that players at this level are going to operate at that level within certain acceptable parameters. And
at that point, it's the ultimate put up or shut up. Isn't it?
Well,
you're in that world.
Effectively, and again, I was saying, because I think you really kind of led me exactly kind of down the road I was going to start to go down. It was effectively when we start to get into ownership, and I think this is also a good transition, because effectively we can start to lump in both Kyrie and KD into this, because I am effectively kind of lumping both of them together here, but in a way it kind of just overflows into those three quote unquote stars in Brooklyn right now.